Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or much depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos, news updates. We are in Imo because of those displaced by floods and other crises in areas like Orlu, Njaba, Orsu. We are not bringing IDP to Imo. That's according to the Refugee Commission in Nigeria. Yes. Now, the federal government has said that the recent media reports about the movement of internally displaced persons, that's IDPs, from the northern part of Nigeria to the southeast for skills acquisition and vocational training were a misrepresentation of information provided to the press during the visit. Now, the federal commissioner of the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants, and Internally Displaced Persons, Tijani Ahmed, stated this on Wednesday in Abuja while briefing the press on the development, which he said has led to the destruction of public and private property in Imo State by angry youths. Ahmed explained that the agency's Skills to Wealth initiative under the renewed hope agenda of Bola Tinubu seeks to establish a skills acquisition center in each of the 6 geopolitical zones for the empowerment of persons of concern, including migrants, refugees, and internally displaced persons, but not to move IDPs from one part of the country to another. He said that the agency has sent its inspection team to the National Open University at Orsu, Ehimembano, Imo State, where one of the skills acquisition centers was to be sited. But after his departure, following a media briefing, those he termed unscrupulous individuals spread false information regarding the purpose of the visit and use of the facility, alleging, according to him, they alleged that it was intended to bring IDPs from the northern part of Nigeria to reside in the southeast. That's the statement of the refugee commissioner. Yes, he continued to say that displaced persons are found throughout Nigeria, including those affected by floods and other crises in places like Orlu, Njaba, and also areas of Imo State. He said their primary aim was to train, certify, and empower the vulnerable populations of Imo State and the Southeast with vital skills for self-reliance, with the potential to establish the center as divisional headquarters for this initiative. Yes, he said in 2024 alone, the Commission facilitated the return of 4,550 stranded migrants, with no fewer than 30% of them originating from the Southeast. Oh yes, he said additionally, the Southeast region hosts approximately 500 non-Nigerian nationals currently seeking asylum as refugees in Nigeria. This group belongs to the subset of the population referred to as persons of concern to the Commission. That's what he's saying. Yes. Now, he continued to say that over 6 million people facing displacement in Nigeria, a significant number reside in the southeast, where entire communities have been displaced due to ecological challenges such as erosion, landslides, and other forms of environmental degradation. He cautioned the members of the Fourth Estate on factual reporting and understanding issues before going to press. Yes, that's what he's saying. He said these individuals misunderstood the Commission's objectives, leading to tension that culminated in the burning of several homes, including that of Senator Frank Ibezim, who, he said, facilitated the visit and accompanied his team, yes, to the location in Imo State. Now, he said that the primary goal of the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants, and Internally Displaced Persons is to protect, assist, and maintain the welfare of refugees, migrants, and internally displaced persons in Nigeria. He said they are working tirelessly to ensure that persons of concern, those displaced by conflicts, natural disasters, and other crises, are given the support they need to rebuild their lives, integrate into society, and contribute to the economic and social fabric of their country. He said they are stating categorically that the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons intervention in Imo State and the entire Southeast has no political motives, and it does not in any way intend to bring IDPs from the northern part of Nigeria to reside in the Southeast. He said the Commission equally wants to state that no money was given to any person or persons for the purpose of utilizing the facility, as it belongs to the government. Yes, now the Commission maintained that the proposed establishment of the Skills Acquisition Center is purely a humanitarian initiative designed to serve as critical resource and provide training in areas such as vocational skills, entrepreneurship, and capacity building, because they said these programs will benefit displaced persons, returnee migrants, refugees, and other vulnerable groups, irrespective of their political affiliation, ethnicity, or religious inclination within the Southeast region. Yes, they said they are condemning what they termed arson and attack on the National Open University in Nsu Himambano. They said they are calling for calm. They are appealing to all members of the affected community to remain calm and avoid any further acts of violence and destruction of their own assets, as they all belong to them. They said they are joining hands together to build a peaceful and progressive society for themselves and for their future generations. So that is what he's saying. Yes, talking about the commission that came to Imo State to establish the IDP. So they're saying they are not establishing IDP. You have seen the explanation has been offering. Yes, the head of the commission has been offering explanation. Yes, that's Tijani Ahmed. Yes, he said they are in Imo because of Orsu people, Ndi Orlu, yes, and Ndi Njaba. Said they have been displaced by flood. There's no flood in Orlu. There's no flood in Njaba. There's no flood in Orsu. Where you have flood at all in Imo is in Oguta. There's no flood in these areas they are mentioning. There's no flood in Orlu, sincerely speaking. No flood in Njaba. Yes. So if people are displaced, we have said it, even by erosion, yes, even by means of environmental degradation, like ecological issues, we have said, there's no particular place they camped. They reside with their relatives. Yes, pending when these things will stop. Yes, in these places he's mentioning, if you're talking about rain, the movement of water after the rain, it happens everywhere, not just in Orsu or in Njaba or in Orlu. It happens everywhere. There's no drainage in most of these roads they're constructing, not just in the southeast, across the whole, this geographical expression. The entire southeast, they are constructing roads, no drainage. The same thing applicable to all the states in the geographical expression. Yes? So you have this issue of water, torrential water moving after the rain. So, and because of that, people are facing these challenges. Yes, even in the urban areas, like some urban centers and not the rest of them, you will see it. That's where it is even perennial. So water will be entering people's houses, homes, after the rain. So that is it. So that is not the flood we're talking about. When you talk about flood, you talk about, flood that will sweep the entire community, like the ones happening in Bayelsa, in Oguta, in Delta. So where you see water channels, like in Obaru, in Anambra, yes, water will overflow its banks, big river and ocean. So, but that is not happening in Orlu and in Njaba or Orsu. What you are seeing is flood. Normal water flood after the rain flood. Yes. No doubt it disturbs people and chases them out of their homes. There's no doubt. Oh yes, but there's nothing like IDP camp where you can camp and people will be staying there too. So there's nothing like that. That's the point. So they are making their point, they're clarifying issues and saying this is why they came. No problem. We have heard you guys that this is why you came. All right. What people are talking about is their freedom, not this handout. We are given skills. Skills of what? Those people you gave skills in Brno, in Meduguri, in Zamfara, in Kebbi and Gombe states. What are their benefits? Give people their freedom. Say you are bringing skill acquisition. What skill are you bringing? Skill of what? Skill of what? Government of Tifre. So that is it. Allow people their freedom. These guys don't know what they're doing. They have no clue of what is governance, what it's all about. So that is it. Freedom. Approve the referendum. Allow people to go their separate ways. Dissolve this entity. That's all. Say you are coming to bring refugee, to train refugee on this or that. So that is it.